Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the AFL NT coverage of the 2022-23 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium here in Darwin on Larrakia country. We're here for round 5 action of the Women's Premier League competition. This evening, St Mary's are taking on Southern Districts. My name's Liz Cruz, and joining me in the commentary box today, Ash Manakaros. How are you, Ash?
I'm very well, thank you, Liz. I'm actually looking forward to this. I watched a little bit of Southern Districts the other day, and I've seen St Mary's play, so I think they're about the same mark. We'll see what happens.
Well, after a couple of weeks commentating outside, I'm very happy to be in the air conditioning today. It's a warm day out there. No sign of rain on the horizon, and you're right, it'll be a fantastic game. St Mary's coming off their first win last week. That'll give them a lot of confidence, and Southern Districts are coming off a loss. Yeah,
they came off a loss against Waratahs, and unfortunately for them, when I say unfortunately for them, I actually thought they showed a fair bit, and Waratahs are, of course, a pretty settled side. They showed a little bit, so I'm looking to see if they've improved since then.
Yeah, Waratahs definitely the yardstick of the Women's Premier League competition this year. They've had a great start under Heidi Thompson. Coaches today, Paul Maher for St Mary's and Greg West for Southern Districts. And I see NTFL legend Billy Feeney floating around there as well, Ash.
Yeah, and Shane Shearing at Southern Districts. The field umpires today, Aaron McWilliams will start with the ball, and John Bayman, who has done Men's Premier League. So certainly looking after our Women's Premier League as the ball gets balled up. High tackle straight away found, and Southern Districts will go into attack from that first contest. Setting up over the top, the ball is going to bounce free into that 50 paint, and it's going to be picked up by the looks of it by the Bonson girl. Can't get it out, on hands and knees. Let go by the umpire. Play on is the call. Toy is in there on the ground, still coming out. Here comes Saints. They try and clean it out, which they do. Contest, bouncing ball. Well, steps straight back into that tackle, did Friel.
Some good tackle pressure there by St Mary's, a couple in a row, and they're going to get the ball away here in the middle.
Bring it back up into that. Instead of bending down to try and pick it up, was Dean has run straight over the top. In there is Antonello.
And I think Shakira Stevens will get the free kick there. She's co-captain this season with Emily Forshaw, but her kick is smothered.
By Lisi. Still loose on the ground. Still waiting for it to come up. Antonello's in there as well. Lisi waiting for the umpire. John Bayman finds a free kick. There was a high tackle. It'll go to St Mary's.
Looks like Jacinta Friel, who played her first game of the season last week. Michael Flash Graham's granddaughter.
Well, it gives it off to Byers. Byers sends it in deep. Jade Delacour pushing the back there, though, unfortunately, and the free kick will go to Carbone. So Carbone can bring it out from the defensive 50 for Southern Districts. Good kick. Sends it long, although it's cut off beautifully there. Is that Delacour again?
No, that's Shakira Stevens again.
That's Stevens.
Coming back into the side. She had a few weeks off after being concussed a couple of weeks ago. Pretty sure it was the Tiwi game where she copped that concussion. Takisa Doherty-Cole now with the ball on the far wing.
So Saints looking to go deep into attack. Off hands. Couldn't quite get a hand on it there. McDowell. Can't quite pick it up. Antonello. Whistle's gone. Free kick's been found. And it'll go to the Southern Districts player, Jamie Dean. Dean gives a handball off. They want to try and get it on and move, and it's bouncing free. Couldn't quite pick it up. Gemma, one of the players that came over from Darwin during the off-season, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. Takisa Doherty-Cole and Gemma Iacono. They've brought a lot to this St Mary's side, who are in a rebuilding phase after losing about 5 players to the AFLW system.
So Nenke and Parnell went against each other. Kira Lee Parnell, quick hands. Tries to put some body on. No.
So free kick there to Charlie Simmons in the 14, Guernsey. But Southern Districts looked to run away, but she might get pinged there.
She did. It was Abby Hewitt. She stepped straight back into traffic and got wrapped up for her trouble in the tackle there.
So Shakira Stevens has had about 5 touches in the last few minutes.
The captain sends them forward. Parnell off her hands, and then a hurried right foot kick. Although I'll push a bit to the left and we'll go through for a point.
Yeah, she probably had a bit more time than Kiralee, but good to see her among the action. She's only about 17 years old and played in the NTFL rep side last season. So, younger sister of Saints star Kieran Parnell has a very bright future, but it is Southern Districts with the kick in front of the Michael Long Centre.
She's blessed with that height the Parnells all have.
They've got very tall parents. Dad Sean and Mum Kim.
Sends it long. Oh, that's a good grab.
Great grab there by Jacinta Friel again.
Friel gives it off to a runner. Is that Brown?
I think it's Jade Delacour again.
Delacour on the run.
Ooh.
Just across the face of goal, through for a point. So Saints on the scoreboard early.
Yeah, Southern Districts had that early possession, but then it's been in the forward 50 for Saints for the last few minutes. We're coming up to the 4.5 minute mark. Jade Delacour, one of the East Side girls that comes up from Catherine every week. There's about 4 or 5 of them, and they've really added to the Saints team this season. But it is Southern Districts with the ball again.
Lucia Lissy kicks it outside the 50, just. Bouncing ball though. Picked up by Fosbrook for her first touch, but it's going to be a turnover.
Great defence by Southern Districts.
Here's Lissy again on the run, followed up. In the contest was Hewitt over the back. Nancy wraps up her opponent, Rania Hewitt, but umpire Bayman says, give it to me, I'm going to ball it up instead. Emma McNeil indicating she's up. Knocks it away from her opponent, Kowalensky.
So Billy Byers with the handball, but it's gone straight to a Southern Districts player, and she's going to get her kick away down the wheel, but straight to Takisa Doherty-Cole once again.
So she looks in board and been called to play on now. Not many options available to her, but she just puts it forward. There's going to be a big pack. Parnell was over the top, brought it forward there. Forshaw.
Gets it out to Rosie Starr, who got a quick kick away looking for Jade Delacour again, but it is Hanson.
Oh,
looks
free
like
kick's been found in a push.
Yeah.
She's holding her knee.
I don't know if she hit the ground hard. There's a big divot in the ground. We can see it on the screen, or if she actually did some sort of structural damage, which we hope not.
Well, if the ball bounces up, I reckon Jade Delacour was away there. Trainers are making their way out onto the ground.
She looks like she's in a lot of pain, so hopefully for Hanson it's nothing too serious, and she's just given it a good whack. And you can see the umpires there just replacing the divot, so she must have hit the ground pretty hard.
Well, in the old days it was just bring out the magic spray and that went on there, and all of a sudden you're up running around again. Not so much today.
So it's the 6.5 minute mark of this first quarter here at TIO Stadium in Darwin. Southern Districts yet to score, and St Mary's just the 2 behind, so a close scoring first quarter so far. As the trainer goes out to assess Hanson's knee.
Well, it's going to be a Southern Districts free kick anyway, so they'll be able to relieve a little bit of the pressure. I think she's going to take the opportunity to come off. She's getting a round of applause from both sides, which is good to see. And she'll actually get up a little bit of a canter to get herself off the field so the game can restart. I'll just wait for her to get closer to the boundary. No, they won't. They'll get it underway straight away. And
Sarah Carbone with the kick away, but it's gone straight to Kiralee Parnell over in front of the Wanderers clubhouse.
Who kicks it in very short straight away and picks out her teammate. Is that Billy Byers?
That's Billy Byers. She's been pretty much best on in the last few weeks for St Mary's. Another Catherine product who plays for Eastside. As I said, there's 4 or 5 of them coming up every weekend to play for St Mary's, which is a great connection between the 2 clubs.
So Byers is going to have to put a little bit of leg on this. She's only about 35 out, but pretty much straight in front, and has nailed that through. And the green and gold are on the board.
Well, that's exactly the start that they would have wanted. They had a tough first few rounds of this season, but got their first win on the board last week against Wanderers. So it is St Mary's with the first goal. As we watch the replay, cut off there by Kiralee Parnell, who goes back, but listens to Byers calling out for the ball and got her kick away really quick.
That's a great shot at goal, you know. It's what is she on, about a 45-degree angle, and she's about 30 odd out. I've seen plenty of Plenty of high grade players miss from there.
Very, very talented footballer and very tough one too. I watched her cop a whack across the nose at Pints the other weekend, and it looked sore, but she played on. So the restart.
Parnell wins out easily in the ruck there, and then bends over, tries to get it out to her teammates, can't do it. Looks like Nikita Long on the ground there, was it?
I think it's Rosie Starr. So she's a premiership player in the under-18s for St Mary's and has pushed up to play Women's Premier League in the last 2 seasons. Best friends with Kiralee Parnell.
So Kiralee wins out again, although the ball will be sent forward by Emma Forsyth for Districts. It's going to come straight back out though. Bouncing ball. There's a balk, and then they go again through Antonello.
I was about to say, well done by the Southern Districts player Rasmussen there, but St Mary's is chopping it off in a defence by Friel.
Loose on the ground, bouncing.
Rasmussen again. She's getting wrapped up by Shakira Stevens. I think it was just a little bit high in the initial stage of the tackle, and she's given away a free kick. The 2 number 7s on each other there. Sorry, that's Antonello in number 7.
Antonello gives it off to a teammate who was leading. It's a good foot pass there. Rania Hewitt. Oh, that's a bit close to the person on the mark, but they've let it go. Play on is the call. Forshaw got one hand on it. On her hands and knees, though, is Friel. Pushed in the back is the St Mary's player who is going to draw the free kick. And that was Marsland.
Yeah, looks like Georgia Marsland. She's just returned for her first week back in the Women's Premier League. Played last season as well.
McNeil got fingers on it and out of bounds. Does it go on the full? Yeah, I thought it might have been touched, and it was. Umpire McWilliams just helping out there. So the ball will be thrown in, was touched off the boot.
Fortunate for Southern Districts. So they've got a real opportunity here to get that ball into their forward 50 and see if they can get a major on the scoreboard.
Both sides setting themselves here. A lot of finger pointing going on.
Emma McNeil, so strong in the ruck.
Seaton Scott was in there, trying to pick it up. Comes straight back out again. Here's a bounce. Again, Campbell steps back inside to Mulverhill. Mulverhill on the boot, centres it. Forshaw got a couple of bites at it, couldn't quite grab it and bring it down. And trying to get it away there was the number 18, Jacinta Friel. She did get a boot to it. Play on is the call. No, free kick's been found, and it'll go to number 25, which is Jeanette Grant.
She's a tough little player, Jeanette Grant. She broke her arm last season, so good to see her back on the field.
Byers, the goal scorer for St Mary's, is a bit further down across half back, plays on quickly, and then picks out a teammate by foot. Very good. And that's Macy Brown. Brown turns and goes again straight away, right foot. Trying to get in there, Districts. They're sharking the pack, hurried handballs. Now it's just hurried straight on the boot. Forshaw knocked it away again. Can't quite do it. Dragged off without the ball though.
Yeah, free kick
was
there.
Hewitt.
Gemma Iacono holding the player's jumper when she didn't have the ball, and that is, yes, Hewitt in the number 13.
Forshaw chops that off beautifully, collects it on the second go, puts it on the boot. There's Antonello for Southern Districts. Hurried right foot kick. She's got a teammate, and that teammate is Sophie Berry, who was on her own at centre-half forward. Berry quickly just plays on. She's got Hewitt. They both look at each other, her and her teammate. Hewitt, though, regathers on that first bounce, then puts it on the boot at goal, but it'll go through for a point. No communication there, Liz.
No, and it was such a good build-up, and they would have really needed that goal on the board. So
I think the other player was Kiana Toy, was it? Yeah, it was.
St Mary's, Laurie Niven bringing that kick in again to Mia Breedis.
So they're out wide. Scoreboard, old scoreboard side. Antonello getting pushed over, let go, play on. Ball will be balled up.
A good last couple of minutes, Antonello, been impressed. Really moving around the ground for her team, Southern Districts. Bit of push and shove off the ball, and the umpire says, I've got to ball it up.
Doherty Cole, I think, is going up. Yes, she is.
I think that's Billy Byers. Look at that leap. Hannah Fosbrook just races away with the ball down on the far wing.
Loose. Can't quite get it. Free kick's been found out of zone. What's been paid?
It's going to Southern Districts. I'm not too sure what.
Looks like a high tackle. Aaron McWilliams just signalling there that it was high, maybe. Either way, free kick's been found. Districts will be the beneficiary.
Yeah, 2-on-1 though there. St Mary's with strength in numbers, and Billy Byers will race away again with the ball, Ash.
Yeah, certainly making her presence felt. Bit of push and shove there, and it'll be guided over by Ashley Walsh.
The thing I like about Billy Byers is her fitness, but also her kicking. She's a beautiful kicker of the ball.
Well, we just saw that on this side of the grandstand, that on this side of the field there, she picked out her teammate on the chest. It was good.
The umpire says, I'm just going to bring it in a bit.
Well, it's hot out there, and none more so than in the men's Premier League reserve. Saints won 10-11, 71-5, 4-34, and it was a stinker.
So Billy Byers again taking that away.
Loose, they'll clean it up here. And District's kick, though, is chopped off, and it's Zoe McDowell.
No,
is
that's
it McDowell?
Emma
Sorry,
McNeil.
No. Emma McNeil came floating across there at centre forward. She sends it up long into the square. Punched away, though. Oh, rove beautifully off the front there by Macy Brown. The kick was smothered. She's on all fours trying to get it again. This time it's come down to Fosbrook. Fosbrook's right foot kick lands in front of goal. Punched away, though, through for a point. The Saints doing all of the attacking at the moment, but they're putting it under pressure.
Yeah, well, Macy is a friend of Emma McNeil. She's come over from Queensland. I'm pretty sure she plays for Cooperoo, where we've had a few Saints players from in the last few seasons, but she's an inclusion to the side today, as we see the Southern District's defender just asking her teammates to slow it down a bit.
That was Abby Hewitt. The kick over the top, though, of her teammate Kowalensky. And the ball has come straight back in and landed in the hands of Delacour, who puts it on the boot from 45 out, falls short of the square, cleaned up by the District's defence, sweeping handball, hurried kick, and is going to get caught with a throw. And Saints will be the recipient, and guess who?
Billy Byers. But I was going to say that was an excellent defence by Southern Districts. Then they're getting front position on the St Mary's players every time the ball is going in near the goal square, Ash.
Well, Billy Byers goes back for a chance at number 2. Second for the term, second for St Mary's. Not a bad looking kick, but I think she stabbed at it then.
She did.
And it went to the left.
Probably need to go a metre or so back from the player on the mark as well. So Southern Districts, again, the chance to bring it in. The score, St Mary's 1-4-10, leading Southern Districts the one behind.
Playing on quickly. Has a bounce. Now it's a big kick. Bouncing ball.
Takisa Doherty-Cole just trying to tap it forward, but Southern Districts running in numbers.
And if they can get ahead there through Forsyth. No, chopped off. Yeah, Saints defence holding tight, foreshore. Hurried right foot. There's Billy Byers. Gee, she's covering some territory.
Great kick to Jade Delacour.
Yeah, Delacour, and then interfered in the marking contest. So now she will have she will get the beneficiary of a kick. Lucille Lessie for Districts. Oh, it took a little bit too long there, but let go was McNeil. Districts trying to get it out of there. Lucia again.
Parnell just hitting the ball on the ground. Southern Districts go with the backdoor hand pass, but it's gone straight to St Mary's in Jeanette Grant. And guess who, Ash?
Billy Byers. Waiting for it underneath.
I think we're going to say that name a lot today.
Well, you know, what's good about it is she reads the play so well. As the siren sounds for the end of the first term, but she reads the play so well that she just positions herself to get easy kicks, Liz.
And she's quite deceiving. She's actually very tall, but can be deceiving in height, as we see what she does with this one after the siren.
Well, she's kicked from that spot already in the first quarter and it went through, but unfortunately it's going to drop short, be marked on the line. No score will be recorded, so Byers finished the quarter with 1 goal and Saints finished with 1 goal.
That's right, Ash. So we'll go to the quarter time break. St Mary's 1-4-10, leading Southern Districts the one behind. We'll be back very soon. Welcome back to TIO Stadium in Darwin for the second quarter of this Round 5 2022-23 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League game between St Mary's and Southern Districts. And at quarter time it is St Mary's leading 1-4-10 to just the one behind. Ash, and Billy Byers for St Mary's was outstanding in that first quarter.
Yeah, Saints I think just had a couple of too many winners across the ground. Byers was just one of them, but Forshaw started to hold her own as well across half back, and even though the possession with Forshaw at times wasn't clean, she certainly intercepted and cut off any attack of the Southern Districts, and same with Delacour, Doherty Cole. They all did their job, and Shakira Stevens bobbed up. Kiralee Parnell went into the ruck and immediately had an impact and just won straight out. So Billy Byers is the one doing all the hard work. She's the engine, and as a consequence she's bringing a few players into the game.
Yeah, and Southern Districts tried hard. I thought their defence was pretty good. St Mary's certainly could have had a few more goals on the board.
They are, as Parnell goes into the ruck and knocks it straight away from her opponent, Emily Kowalensky. Loose, one out by Loose, still on the ground. Districts there with some numbers. Can't quite get it. Wrapped them up. Now it's there. Come back. It came back out through Doherty Cole on the boot though, but Lucia Lessie been a standout for the District's defence so far. Put it on the boot, but it's intercepted. It's going to come straight back to Lucia, who takes the mark. So Lessie plays on quickly. She's got a lead there, and that lead has come from Lily Christophers. Is it Lily? No. In fact, it's Sarah Branford. Branford put it straight on the boot to her teammate Charlotte Nenke. Nenke can look upfield. Doesn't have a huge amount of option, but does have one, and that's Brooke Campbell. Kiralee Parnell with a bit of a scoop up, let go, play on, and there's Forshaw. Forshaw for Saints was interfered with going for the ball. Liz, you know what that was for?
Yeah, no, I don't know, and I don't think there was much in it either. Hewitt was just putting a bit of pressure on.
All right, so let go, but Forshaw will play on quickly, but it's going to drop short and can't get clean contact of it, and let go. Play on is the call, and goes onto the boot of Nenke again, smothered off the boot. Trying to get in there with a handball was Hewitt. Still loose out there. Saints over the top. Now it's going to be a bouncing ball out there, courtesy of Jacinta Friel. Doherty Cole can't quite pick it up. Hands and knees though for Districts was Rasmussen. Scooping it out. In there is Dean for Southern Districts. It came to a teammate in Sophie Berry. Off the side of her boot. Berry's got to clean up her work. Showing a clean set of heels there was Seaton Scott. Couldn't quite get it the first time. It's 3 versus 2. Parnell gets it, scoops it off to her teammate. Then it's a long kick to a bounce. It's 3 on 2. Now it comes back out again to the teammate in Rasmussen for Districts. She sends it back up to centre wing. Off hands, couldn't quite get a hold of it there. In the one term was Friel. Districts go forward. Not a huge amount of options there for them.
He's going to call a free kick there, I think, to Gemariah Kono for being held on to for a little bit too long there. But interesting, Southern Districts, Megan Crawford's their captain, and I'm looking at her. She's not taking the field today, but she is down there on the bench for Southern Districts, and she's a very experienced player, so they're obviously missing her out on the field. But a free kick now to Southern Districts. I think it's Emma Forsyth.
Forsyth. She was just taken out in that contest before she managed to actually get a hand on the ball there. So umpire Bayman on the spot. He's given it straight to Forsyth, who just sends it up to the centre half forward position for Southern Districts off hands. Clean. Nenke couldn't quite get a hold of it for Districts.
Kick out for St Mary's. Yep, Billy Byers again.
So Byers with her first touch for the term, 3 minutes in. Byers just tells him, get back, I'm going to play on quickly, and she does. Off the hands there of Delacour. Loose. Districts trying to get it out. Chopped off. Delacour again with some body. Coming down to help though was McDowell for St Mary's. Long had her kick smothered. Still trying to pick it up. Scoops it out. Can't. Hammers it forward. Now they get out of trouble, courtesy of Wilson. Forshaw, sorry, for St Mary's. Wrapped up. It's all Southern Districts at this stage. Have they got time to clear it out? And they do through Abby Hewitt. Although Hewitt's kick is chopped off.
Mishy Friel doing the top off there, but great mark there by Southern Districts. How strong was that by Liassi again? She's having a great game. Liassi
definitely proving a barrier for St Mary's to try and climb over. She's gone out wide to Maddie Rasmussen. Rasmussen straight up the line, but the ball is going to be marked by O'Connor.
Yep, Gemma Iakono again, really strong across the half-back flank.
Iakono sends it forward. Bouncing ball. Shakira Stevens couldn't quite get it. Handball over the top. Hewitt to no one really, just lets it go. Now it's going to come back again to the St Mary's player.
Yeah, it was Billy Byers again with that kick.
It was Byers.
Yep, it was, but her kick's gone across the face. But was
she driving a shot then, or was she looking to the player leading?
Yeah, not too sure. She obviously plays with Jade Delacour down in Catherine, but I was going to say Jacinta Friel, she's so tiny, but she's doing a power of work back there, running, smothering handballs and really putting pressure on the Crocs players.
I would have liked to have seen Byers have a shot there, but anyway.
She's going up in the ruck and she's appealing for a free kick, but Southern District's trying to get that out by Liassi again.
Liassi's been strong. Parnell wrapped up as she tries to get it. Now it comes loose again. This time it was to Delacour. Although it's chopped off and it's come to the hands of Ashley Walsh. Walsh's kick smothered, but play on is the call. Hewitt just puts it down. It's a bouncing ball, and it's going to be Doherty Cole that picks it up. She gets inside the 50, right on the 50 paint, puts it forward into the pocket, but the ball will bounce out of bounds.
I thought she'd do more with that, Takisa. I've seen her kick goals from that pocket, but that one just going over the boundary line. She's a very talented player, as is everyone out there. So Southern Districts with the kick in over in front of the St Mary's clubhouse.
Yeah, the kick is good too. Picks out Wilson. So Natalie Wilson, she's turned, but she doesn't have a huge amount of options, so she's going to have to kick to a contest. Over the top though is Kiana Toy. Free kick's been found and it's a hold. It'll go to Districts and it'll go to Toy. Toy's kick over the top, bouncing, not great. Byers was in there. Is it Byers?
No, I think it was Charlie Simmons, but also from Catherine. There's a real Catherine connection there. Takisa Doherty Cole getting it out again, but straight to Liassi again for Southern Districts.
Liassi really proving to be a headache up back. She comes to Rania Hewitt, sorry. So
Emily Forshaw, the captain of St Mary's, just trying to keep the ball in. Over under the old scoreboard. It is still in and now it's out. So coming up to the 7-minute mark of this second quarter here at TIO Stadium in Darwin, there's no score recorded yet in this second quarter, Ash.
No score, but pretty tight. Districts working very, very hard. The breeze just blowing slightly across the ground, favouring the airport end right to screen. Couldn't clean it up was Macy Brown. Dragged off at that time. Doherty Cole, just let go, and the ball will go free, and a free kick's been found. Hold off the ball.
I think, yeah, against Takisa Doherty Cole. So Southern Districts again. Another opportunity to get that ball into their forward line and get their first goal.
Well, play on called, and it was smothered well off the boot there by Doherty Cole, and the ball will be thrown in.
She's
so
very
he called play on and just went.
She did. She wasn't happy giving away a free kick, and very competitive. She's a top basketballer in Darwin as well, so you can see that competitiveness come through.
Not surprising. 10 points, play 1 point.
Emma McNeil winning that ruck tap, but gone straight down to Antonello for Southern Districts.
Toy is in there. Hurried kick. Not 15. Play on is the call.
Rosie Starr getting the kick away close to Doherty Cole, who put some good body pressure on. Handball out, but it's going to go back to Southern Districts in Kiana Toy.
So Toy's kick was targeted at her teammate Seaton Scott, but it bounced and has gone out of bounds. In fact, out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, I think so. St Mary's, I think it last touch. Oh, the umpire is indicating it's a free kick to St Mary's, but the Southern District player thinks it's hers.
No, I'm just curious as to what's going on there.
He did indicate that way, yep. So Charlie Simmons with the free kick for St Mary's.
Yeah. So we got the kick Oh, that's a good grab in the end.
Very experienced player, Emma McNeil, comes over every summer from Brisbane.
Bouncing ball. Loose in the forward line, comes out. Pushed off it at the last second just as it lining up for that kick. Free kick's been found for holding the ball. Took them on, had enough opportunity, couldn't quite get it out.
Great defence there by Sarah Branford for Southern Districts.
Oh, Districts players almost spoiled each other, but getting control in the end was Antonello. She's come in and out of the game, Antonello. Tough ask in the midfield when you've got dominant players. Forshaw comes in to spoil her opponent in Nenke. They both go at it. Forshaw hurried handball out, did well. So did Toy. Toy getting a few touches in this second, couldn't get rid of it. One hand held, let go, play on is the call. Parnell wraps her up, and in doing so, got her high. Buried her head there.
Yeah, Shakira Stevens is still down on the ground after that tackle. I'm not sure what's wrong. She's kind of holding her stomach, so not sure if she winded herself.
As Antonello gave it off to Liassi, who has been among their best, if not their best so far. She's now got a runner out very, very wide, and that's Wilson, who has time to look down and pick it up, and does. Then gives it over to handballs to herself, effectively, and then tries to pick it up and has to hurry it, puts herself under pressure and gets caught holding the ball.
Yeah, Takisa Doherty-Cole, with the second effort there, she's kind of intercepted that handball and then went back for the tackle, and she's going to hit her teammate here in Jade Delacour.
Delacour fumbles it once, tries to push off her opponent, and got taken high in the process.
Just looking down at the ground, Shakira Stevens still in a bit of pain and being attended to by trainers there as play goes on, and Southern District's trying to get the kick out of defence.
Liassi puts on a huge tackle there. Still loose. Another one. Oh, Antonello came in and wrapped up her opponent. Good tackle. They help each other up.
Yeah, the tackle pressure's been fantastic today, and I think great to see Shakira Stevens walking off the ground now, just holding her stomach. So I think, as I said, she might have winded herself, and the umpire balls it up again.
One out by Parnell easily. Came down into the hands, though, of Marsland, who then had a ping at the goals, and it's through for a point.
So that's the first score of the second quarter at the 11-minute mark. So St Mary's 1-5-11, leading Southern Districts just the one behind.
As they run it straight out. Not Walsh. Kick wasn't great.
Yeah, it was untouched, so it'll be a St Mary's free kick, and looks like Mia Breedis who'll take that kick in over in front of the St Mary's clubhouse.
It's going to be chopped off. No, not cleanly. Hurried kick back into that middle corridor, which would be dangerous, except in there, though, is Branford all on her own. She just took one step and didn't really have a quick look and put it straight over to Seaton Scott, who marked it luckily. So Districts will go out through Seaton Scott, who then finds Lily Christophers. And her mark is
Marsland
chopped
again.
off. Marsland. The last point. Marsland then goes in and sends them forward, but it's going to get chopped off and intercepted.
Yeah, the Southern District player
Cabone?
just dropping into the hole. I think so.
Yeah,
you
Cabone.
have to be a sister of, or cousin of Dom Carbone playing for Hawthorn, and Kiralee Parnell with a strong mark there on the 50-metre line.
Parnell. Beautiful drop of the ball onto the boot. Or play on is the call. No, free kick's been found. High tackle. The out-of-zone umpire picked it up, and it will actually go to no, that's not Delacour.
Yeah,
It'll go to Emma McNeil, who put her head over the ball. From about 45, she lines it up, but I think you'll find it's gone through for a point and it has the umpire signal it. So put her head over the ball, earned the free kick.
Well, she's been outstanding in her last few games for St Mary's. She's just had her third baby, so always hard to come back from. She's Mitch Robinson's partner, who's playing for Darwin Buffaloes, just finished at Brisbane Lions, and but Emma's been a strong player in Queensland for Wilson Grange. So she comes back to St Mary's every year, though, where she's had a long association with the club.
The Wilson Grange Gorillas, they were known as.
Yeah, they had a lot of NTFL boys over there this season.
I played there.
Did you?
I sure did.
Coached by a former Melbourne player now.
Kiana Toy. Punched away. They're going forward. At least they're continuing to persevere, the Crocs. They can't just get a break, though. You've got to give it to the St Mary's midfielders and their defence. They really make them work for it when it gets there, and they've done it this time. And even if it's as simple as locking it up, which is what they've done.
Yeah, Mishy Friel getting off the bottom of the pack there in the number 11. Takisa Doherty-Cole going up in the ruck against Hewitt.
They're trying to push it through. Toy loose out there. Out wide, though, is Forsyth. And then Toy again backs it up. So she gets it on the boot. It's going to be a bouncing ball. Can they turn and go? Two players contesting there. Campbell.
Yeah, Laurie Niven with the ball, and she's been paid for holding the ball. It'll be a free kick to Southern Districts inside their 50, Ash.
Yeah, and this is very, very important. This is going to Campbell. Campbell looks inboard. It's a long way out.
Great mark there by Marsland for St Mary's in the number 17, back in for her first game of the season today. She's been good in this second quarter.
Yeah, she has. It covered a bit of turf as well. She was up front having shots at goal, and now she's up back in the last line of defence, and she picks out Doherty-Cole, who's really lifted her work rate in this second term. And her pass was pretty good to Fosbrook. Fosbrook turns and goes, and she's looking for Friel. Friel gets it, then turns and goes. It's going to be a bouncing ball.
Great mark there by Southern Districts.
Yeah, that's Carbone. Is it Carbone? Yep, Sarah Carbone. And the siren sounds to end the first half.
Well, we just had the 1 point scored in that second quarter, Ash. So St Mary's 1-6-12 leading Southern Districts, just the one behind. So a very even first quarter, and great to see Southern Districts really holding St Mary's and got a really good game out there.
We have, and we saw players lift. We saw players lift from Southern Districts. Antonello, Toy. We saw Hewitt. And then Liassi continues to be a pain for the St Mary's forwards.
So we'll go to the halftime break. St Mary's 1-6-12 leading Southern Districts, just the one behind.
Working around about, and they just seem to be well drilled and well skilled. Oh, Guthrie misses it, kicked up by Jaden Magro, and Magro onto his left foot, goal, and it's a goal, the first goal of the match, 2.5 minutes in, Waratah leading.
Butters.
He's a good size, a left footer, kicks inside, forward 50 for the Magpies, that's their first foray, waiting at the drop of the ball, front and square, and the man got it. Arms up, Eddie Betts got one back. He's no doubt about that. Jetta, he's gone. He'll kick this. He will kick this. He will snail it. And he has.
Here it comes.
Here he comes.
And the celebration. Look at them all get around him as well.
Knocked his arms, I reckon. It was bad luck. Anyway, Waratah have the footy. That's Cree. Cree kicks the ball beautifully. And Waratah have their chance now with the goal kicking.
Plays on. That looks like a
Onto
good
the left
kick.
foot.
That's a
kick.
beautiful
It is 55-metre kick.
Oh, wow.
Darcy Hope.
Oh, look at the kick. That's like a 60, 70-metre kick. Oh, too easy. That is too easy there to Waratah's Butters.
But a mark taken by Wack. Wack was dragged off the footy. Ball, they shouted, and the umpire agreed.
They don't know what to do with it.
And Varco nicely in, goes by hand over the top, and Betts has got another one. That's much better, Palmerston Magpies. They're reducing the margin. Wills gets it out in the direction of Varco. Varco goes by hand nicely onto the left foot, Palmerston. They've gone coast to coast for Palmy Magpies. Quite right. Betts. Can he reduce the margin? Can he reduce the margin? Can he ever? That's his third. The Maggies, they're on the march. Oh, gosh,
Yeah, they're
plenty of
open
room
here.
They're up and away, Waratah. And a good mark, good kick, good mark. Betts. Hope.
Oh,
Kicks in Hope.
straight.
And he does it nicely. Darcy Hope, that's his second goal. Off, inside.
Oh, that's a dangerous kick. That's a lazy kick there, Butters, and the turnover, and they've got players
Cree.
out the back here.
decree goes to Anchors. Anchors, thank you very much to Arnold Kirby, and Kirby kicks the goal. Well, there you go. If it wasn't over, it is now.
Up, they're still pressing, but on the other hand, Ayresy would be very happy that Waratahs haven't panicked. Here they can get another goal. There's 13 points of difference now, or 12, sorry.
Waiting on a bounce, bounced off his opponent. Bounced off his opponent did Mummery. From outside, Mummery then sends it in, and it looks pretty good from here. So Mummery from that right forward pocket puts the Tigers further in front with their wines. No, in fact, it's Moody. Moody can turn it back inside. He's got Mummery. Mummery under all sorts of pressure. Wilson's in there. Mummery with a hurried left foot kick directly in front. Looks pretty good to me. Not at the head of the goal umpire, and all clear is given. Get it. Comes to Wilson, who balks the handball, then does a little short chip kick onto his teammate, who steps around one, then goes back, and Jack Hammond has put it through for his third. Opponent out of it, then gives a handball off. Here they come. This is Tipamata Miri. He's got a long kick. He just centres that kick, punched away there. Reading it beautifully off the pack.
There it is.
Couldn't quite pick that up.
It's number 17 for
but that
the
was
Tiwi
Jeffrey
Bombers.
Simon who read that beautifully off the pack. And the Bombers are on the board. Courtesy of John Tipalura. He's been very good today. He's on a run, has a bounce, then sets it up, trying to use that breeze, goes into the middle corridor. It's a contest, loose on the ground, sharking it off the pack there. I picked up that number as being Braden Purantatameri, through for a goal. Harley Bennell then just puts it straight on the boot and kicks it. Tiwi really wanting to press forward now, really trying to keep him under pressure here as Coombs gets it, right foot snap at goal and puts it through. It's a great way to actually stay involved with the game if you can't play anymore, as Wilson sends it across the field.
Where's Brownie?
As they look up and set it up, and sending it long and through and strong for their next goal was by Nightcliff. Brownie might think he's half a chance here.
Come on, Brownie.
Ryan Moo, Nathan Brown
running
on the
pocket.
Lead. Here we go with the big lead and
Brownie,
mark.
there it is.
So now Nathan Brown takes a big strong mark as he comes in.
It means the world to him, Nightcliff. I ran into him at the supermarket a couple of days ago, and he was talking about his 200th game, and he's kicked a goal.
Happy. So Nathan Brown kicks a goal in his 200th game here at Nightcliff Oval. Shillabere steps back inside. Handball around to his running teammate. That teammate looks like the skipper, Mitchell. And it's marked on the line. What a great grab, you would think. Simpson comes in, and the Eagles make the gap 8 points. On to Thomas Motlop. Not a great kick. In fact, it's ended up in Yaron's hand. Yaron from 50 drops it onto the chest of Cunningham.
They're going to get pinned if they try that. There was a couple of kicks there. They could have just pushed ball forward. They went backwards. And there's another.
Backland, Toa, front position. Oh, run up and clean through by Dane McFarlane. McFarlane from outside, inside, just in the 50 to Simpson, whose height just pays him directly in front. Simpson, from pretty much where he kicked his first, he's now kicked his second. But it's chopped off by Daniel Wheatra, who puts it over the top in the middle corridor. Dangerous. Picked up, though, by, is it Lant? No, it's picked up by Lachlan Stenning, and Stenning puts St Mary's on the board with their second goal. All St Mary's, although there's a turnover there. Mansell gives it on to Stephen Motlop. This is bread and butter. And Smith-Thompson just takes one step, turns right foot, kicks a goal.
Coming in towards him.
And he goes in short, so he doesn't back himself. Instead, he goes to Darren Shillabere. Sits it up long and high and straight. The goal umpire.
Well, welcome back to TIO Stadium in Darwin for the third quarter of this round 5 2022-2023 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League game. Ash, a low-scoring second quarter and St Mary's still holding a lead.
Yeah, St Mary's certainly did. Went a little bit from strength to strength, but Southern Districts had a few more contributors, so that created a bit of a problem for the St Mary's defenders, St Mary's forwards, and none more so than Lucia Liassi, and she created a real headache for St Mary's further up. As we go back in the middle, Kiralee Parnell won it out, handball. There we go, Saints again winning it straight out of there through Fosbrook. Fosbrook over the top though, and there's that player again, Lucia Liassi, who has been a mountain to try and climb over for this first half. For the first half, her kick though is found in the hands of Hewitt. Hewitt sending it up to Antonella and Forshaw. Forshaw really having to work hard as the Saints defender. Antonella dives on it. She's going to get pinged for holding the ball, you would think, trying to get it out, but umpire Baymet on the spot said you dragged it in, your free kick, and Forshaw has earned that for the Green Machine. Yeah, great pressure there by Emily Forshaw. She's having an outstanding season. She's got herself super fit in the off-season and been rewarded with captaincy of St Mary's. Fosbrook gives it off to her teammate, Gemma Iacono, yep, who then puts it on the boot out wide. Beautiful kicking. It was very good. And just trying to think, is that Breedis? Yeah, that's Mia Breedis. Breedis Breedis' kick is inside the 50, and it's going to be a bit of a luck for Delacour.
Emma McNeil, I think it is. They do look alike. And Seaton Scott with the hands, but Georgia Marsland again, who had an outstanding second quarter for Saints.
Bouncing ball, dragged up and then dragged to the ground, but you wouldn't have thought there was any prior opportunity there for Macy Brown, and the ball will be thrown up.
And Georgia Marsland's partner Brandon Grenfell comes back in today for the St Mary's Mare Nash.
Yeah, just watching this. I'm just watching this ball up there.
And Crocs are going to get it out. Could have been a high tackle there on Friel, and but Crocs are going to run away with it, getting the handball away there to Emma Forsyth. Kick into the middle, trying to trap it there, the Crocs player. Hannah Fosbrook putting some pressure on, but great handball there, and Crocs are going to get it into there.
That was Christopher's there who tried to get it across.
Yeah, 50-metre zone.
So they've gone inside their attacking forward 50. The ball's still loose and bouncing towards goals. Good body there on it there for Southern Districts. Can't get rid of it.
Gemma Iacono with the pressure there, trying to get the kick away, and it hits the umpire.
Yeah, umpire Bayman just not being able to get out of the way there as Berry picks it up, sends it into the goal square, but it's picked off by Forshaw. So the Saints captain will run it out from defence, puts it straight on the boots. Can't quite get as that Doherty. It is Doherty Cole trying to keep it in front of herself and then drags her opponent off the ball. Let go. Play on is the call. Doherty Cole also has her jumper held, and this time it gets picked up. Tempest getting a little bit flared out there along with the jumpers.
They are, but Doherty Cole has the free kick, and she's going to bring it out in front of the grandstand. Great mark by Emma McNeil.
Yeah, McNeil took that on the fingertips, turned back inside, but there's Lucia Liasi.
Oh, she's been best on for Crocs today. She's having an absolutely fantastic game.
Off hands, bouncing. Antonella, hurried kick into a contest. Toy didn't worry about flying. Now they've got them runners there through, still Southern Districts. And a free kick's been found that'll go to Districts. So here's a real opportunity now to go back and have a good shot.
And they've got no one in the goal square. We can see Kiana Toy running back into the goal square. Laurie Niven going with her. She's very tall. So, but as you said, a real opportunity for Crocs to get their first goal on the board.
Yeah, Hewitt's the one that will actually go back and take that shot as well. That's and she's just going to chip it over to her teammate. It's going to bounce short though. Wasted opportunity potentially. Big hip and shoulder there from Rasmussen. Not great.
Another free kick for holding against Fosbrook. So this time it's Rasmussen who'll give the hands off really quickly there to Abby Hewitt. She's going to centre it. Gemma Iacono just kicks at the ball. Probably could have bent down, intercepted it, but goes in for the tackle with a second effort.
Here we go.
Takisa Doherty Cole getting that kick away. What a great clearance there. Hewitt first to the ball. He's got a lot of space there. Chucks it on the boot, but it's going to go out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, Rania Hewitt there just... sorry, was that Rania Hewitt?
Yeah, it was.
Yep. Rania Hewitt there, just putting it on the boot. Right idea.
She probably had more time than she knew. She probably could have straightened up and got a better kick away, but Laurie Niven will bring that in for St Mary's.
Well, we've seen the Districts, we've seen the Crocs lift a little bit here.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Just tucks it under the arm and goes to Sarah Branford. Bouncing ball in the goal square, but bounces the wrong way and to the left and through for a point. So that's their second score for the game. And that probably deserved a goal because she backed herself there, Liz.
Yeah, it was really exciting when she tucked the ball under the arm. So they're looking damaging the Crocs.
And there's Lucia Liasi has come all the way down, followed Byers down. Well, I wonder if she's she's pointing towards the goal square. Let's see what she does here.
Well, it's an open goal square. You know, Crocs have got two players in there at the moment. And she's booted that.
Not a bad kick. It's going to fall short into the square. It's going to go forward. There's no one there, though. Running through, though, was Nenke. Couldn't clean it up first time. Nenke dragged off it. Still loose. Iacono gets it on the boot, sends it out, trying to relieve a little bit of pressure for St Mary's, but it's going to come straight back to them. In there is Doherty, in fact...
Charlie Simmons, I think, in the 14. And a kick away over on the wing. Yep, Breedis is a one-on-one out there on the wing, both fighting for the ball.
With McDowell. Cleaned up, though, by Southern Districts, and they are going to send it back into attack again. Iacono is going to leave the race to the ball, but will the boundary line beat them? She's sort of using her body to guide it, and it does, and it goes out of bounds and will be thrown in roughly 35 metres around from the Districts' goal. Well, with all this pressure, you might not want to see it, Liz, but you'd think districts might have earned themselves an opportunity to goal here.
Yeah, we want to see that. We want to see a really hotly contested game of football. I might
just thinking about
be a
St.
St.
Mary's.
Mary's person, but I'm here to commentate women's footy, and I've got a lot of friends at Crocs, and they know that. I'm not biased in the commentary box, and I'll celebrate their achievements.
As it comes back in through Brantford. Loose kick. It's chopped off and then got there by Fosbrook, which was good. Forshaw's handball not quite. Didn't clean it up. Hasn't been clean with hand all day. Forshaw. Hurried kick. Now the handball, Nenke, scooped up off the ground.
But there was
nearly a whistle.
No, I'm not sure. It was before that.
It was out of zone.
Yep.
The free kick will actually go to Sophie Berry. And so Sophie will go back and will hurry and have a shot. And there's a player on the lead there. Oh, that was Toy. Good tackle. Nenke went in to put pressure on the Saints defender. Loose on the ground. Comes out again. Berry. Can't quite get it. High tackle being found. And it'll go to Brantford.
Yeah,
Brantford.
They're working hard, Croxy. They're really trying to get it in. And Billy Byers is the one who's chopped it off again. Getting that kick away. Looking for Emma McNeil, who's all on her own in the centre circle.
And there was a downfield.
Yeah.
It was a silly late free kick. And it'll be played downfield. McNeil will be the one who gets it.
Yeah, good sportsmanship though. The Crocs player Rasmussen knew she did it, gave away the free kick, and apologised to Billy Byers, but it is Emma McNeil with the free kick in the centre circle.
So McNeil can look up forward, and she's got runners everywhere. Kono out wide, centre wing, runs her full measure.
Oh,
was
great
that
mark.
Marsland?
Yeah, Marsland again.
Great mark by Marsland.
Really worked into the game from the second quarter.
Over the top, whistles found, and well, he hadn't called play on, and when you leave the mark after the umpire says stand, it's a 50-metre penalty.
Well, she's a good kick, Marsland, so that really takes her into range. I'm not sure how far he's going to take her there.
Right into the square, and she's 2 metres out, directly in front. So she puts it through, albeit a little bit to the right, but all clear given. And Saints are on the board with their second. Yeah,
Georgia Marsland, as I said, it's her first game back for St. Mary's this season. Played last season, really enjoyed herself. She's moved back to Darwin with her partner, Brandon Grenfell, who plays in the Men's Premier League. So, yeah, Southern Districts had a real opportunity for goal there, but St. Mary's have got the goal, so now they lead 2-5-17 to just the two behinds. It's a low-scoring game, but a really important goal that was, Ash.
Yeah, but it's a real arm wrestle though, Liz, and the thing about it is this is what I saw out of Southern Districts the other day against Waratahs, and they have players that will stand up and do the arm wrestle. They just can't finish it off though, and that's what we saw up the other end just a minute ago.
Yeah, and it just takes, 3 clean kicks and goal, and the lead changes as we see Emily Forshaw chase that tap. A big tackle there by Hewitt.
Yeah, Rania Hewitt. And Forshaw went to play on. I would have thought he's called play on, and now he's going to have to ping her for holding the ball. No, he's not. Well, she went to go and got pinged.
So he's going to ball it up.
Yeah, now he's just asking for players to nominate. So Doherty Cole will go up against Rania Hewitt. Hewitt wins out easily. Bouncing ball. Handball over the top. Can't quite get a hold of it there. Was Rasmussen. Now she can, and the kick's forward. Tackle without the ball, and we'll get a free kick.
Yeah, Laurie Niven in front position for St. Mary's, so she's going to switch it out here to the grandstand side where she's got Gemma Iacono.
Who's been a good outlet, and the spread has been pretty good for St. Mary's in this so far in this third term. As Parnell got it first time and then gave it straight off to her teammate. They can get it, and there's Forshaw leading the race. Nikita Long in there, handball up to her skipper. Forshaw with on the boot straight away. Reaching in, 2 hands, there we go. Nikita Long with a bit of body. Antonello in there. No one can actually get clean possession. Good use of the body there by Nikita Long.
Yeah, she's a very experienced player. She started her career in fullback in the back line, but later in her career has moved down to the forward line under coach Jared Eilert the last few seasons.
Billy Byers went up and then second, and now the ball will be thrown in again. No clear.
So going to the 11-minute mark of this third quarter, St. Mary's just with the 1 goal on the board so far this quarter. The umpire's going to throw it in down the St. Mary's scoring end.
Ronnie Hewitt will take on punt. It'll go to the top of both of their heads. Hits the ground. Doherty Cole's in there. Hewitt gets it. Hurried handball out. Gets held afterwards. Looking. Play on is the call. Parnell can't get clean possession. Still loose. Doherty Cole is in there over the top. Handball's underground. Not great, but it's cleaned up beautifully there by the St Mary's number 25, Grant. Forshaw clashes with Dean. Southern Districts. Now it comes back out to Grant again with a hurried little kick.
Oh.
And a good mark at the front there.
Outstanding.
Liassi, she's really earned her pay today. The kick. She was looking for Nenke, got her, and then couldn't get quite clean possession. She's been pinged for holding the ball straight away.
Jacinta Friel with the kick away, looking for a teammate there. She's going to put it in front of Billy Byers, who just taps it up. Makes it look easy.
They turn around and then going deep into the forward line there. Liassi again. Just had a little bit of time and took a little bit too long. Nenke's going to let it bounce though, which is risky. Gemma Iacono there, read it best. Kept it in front, cleans it up, scoots around, comes back in board. Play on is the call. Drops short. And tunnel ball underneath. Iacono again, this time to Doherty Cole. Her kick looked touched off the boot. Play on is the call. Seton Scott.
Yep.
Again.
Friel's going to get the handball away.
St Mary's, that's Marsland. Here they go again through Grant. Grant can go short pass to Byers. Byers has got time off her fingertips. Can't quite get it. Liassi couldn't get it away either. Hurried kick that time though by Fosbrook. And Southern Districts with a long kick out will get some time and space to be able to have a deep breath in defence. It's just on centre wing. Kowalensky. Now it's a long kick forward. The Crocs. Opportunity here.
Jasmine Bonson just picking it up for St Mary's and chucking it on the right, but it's going to go straight to a Southern Districts player. Districts
now can build something from this field position.
Sophie Berry with the kick.
Well, that's going to bounce up for... I thought that might bounce up for Brooke Campbell there. She was away if it did.
Well, they've been good this quarter, especially the first 5 minutes, Southern Districts, so it's not for lack of trying. They just need to keep pushing and get that first goal on the board.
Just waiting. Both sides setting themselves up here. Good field position for the Southern Districts Crocodiles.
And that goal square's right open, so if they can get a kick over the top.
Yeah, Forshaw has done what she's done most of the game. She's just dropped that kick behind. As Doherty Cole gets it, Iacono, two of the best for today for Saints. Hurried kick out. Free kick's been found and paid in the back.
Yeah, I think that's Emma Forsyth over there. For
yeah,
Crocs.
It is.
Called her name a fair bit today.
Forsyth, short.
Great vision.
It was, and it was a good footpath. Good foot pass, I should say.
Yeah, to Brooke Campbell.
Campbell will go back and will have a shot. And I have no idea about her range, but she looks pretty confident when the ball is in her hands. It's just going to fall a bit to the left. Got taken down there and swooped on. Right foot snap over the shoulder. Looks pretty good from here. All clear is going to be given, I think. Yes, it is. So the Crocs are on the board with their first for the game.
Yeah, great front position there by the Crocs player. I think it was Rasmussen. Hopefully we get a replay, but she just held the front position and the ball hit the ground, which allowed her to pick it up and just swing around and kick that goal. So the score, St Mary's 2-5-17, leading Southern Districts 1-8 at the 15-minute mark of this third quarter, and the replay on now, Ash.
Well, Doherty Cole had it there. Yeah, Kano, hands, it got smothered off the boot. That's Forsyth.
Yeah, I think that's the free kick.
There's the free kick, which we see.
Yep, and this will be the kick in. So just watch the Crocs player hold front position.
Oh, we just missed it.
We missed the replay.
That's
all right. You can watch the replay on AFL NT YouTube or the NT News app.
McNeil's been moved into the ruck. Here they go again, the Crocodiles. Bouncing ball.
You've got three Saints players running in there, and Jasmine Bonson will mop it up and throw it on the boot, trying to hit Takisa Doherty Cole.
Nice pick up there and run straight through was Toy, Kiana Toy. Oh, that was a good work there from Berry. Berry's hands, though, wraps up Forshaw, who was first to it. Still loose. This is not coming out of there.
Well, this is dangerous for St Mary's. Crocs have got it again deep in their attacking 50. They really need to lock it down and get it out. 9
points the difference here at TIO Stadium. Taken straight out of the air and held off the ball was McNeil, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So, yeah, Emma McNeil with the free kick.
So McNeil, big long kick, nice pass.
Beautiful kick.
Finds Delacour. So Jade Delacour looks upfield. She doesn't have a lot of free options, so she's just going to have to kick to a contest. Parnell was one target. Lucia Liassi was there. A hold's been found. It'll go to Lucia. Advantage is now paid. And so the Crocs can run deep into their own attack. Oh, let bounce.
Yeah, he's
Chop's
saying,
been paid.
Yeah, bring the ball back. The players were set up.
Right, so there was no advantage given.
No, the controlling umpire wanted to bring it back. And
so we've had to stop. That was some of my best commentary today, Liz.
Well, I was going to say, look who's got it again. She's been outstanding for Crocs today, Lucia Lessie. Definitely best on for them as we go to the three-quarter time break. St Mary's 2-5-17 leading Southern Districts 1-8. We've got a game on our hands, Ash. Big last quarter coming up.
It is. Southern Districts worked themselves back into that game. 9 points the difference here at TIO Stadium. Get so defensive on me. Nah. I was like, you probably don't want. What? I don't care. No, it's the same. I had all the bucks messaging last week. So I know I watched it back. So it was Wanderers and St Mary's, and he kept going, that's it.
Here at TIO Stadium. To the left of your radio they go.
Wow, what a goal to start the game.
Picked up by Makar. Beautiful. Goes for home and it's nailed an absolute ripstorter. From the pocket and he's kicked an absolute ripper.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium, Darwin. For the last quarter of this Women's Premier League game, Ash, we've got an exciting final quarter coming up.
We have a free kick found straight away in the middle there. And that was Friel. Loose over the back. Antonello can't quite get a hold of it.
Ooh.
Then taken hard and high, and we'll get a free kick as a consequence of that. District showed a little bit in that third quarter. We've opened up the game here. 2-5-17. Just 9 points the difference. 1 goal, 8 points. Here we go. Up there, centre the pass. It's going to come away, and Districts are going to end up with it again through Abby Hewitt. She was a good performer in that third quarter. Bouncing loose. Nenke in there, putting pressure on it, taken high, held without the ball. She will earn a free kick for the Crocs. Now they've just worked it up that far wing. They're going to have to keep going though. No easy kicks, and it's Iakono who really came into her own in that third quarter and started to dominate across half back.
Oh, she's a very experienced player, premiership player with the Darwin Buffaloes and an NT rep player last season. A great kick there, Rosie Starr trying to trap it and keep the ball in, but it's going to go over in front of the old scoreboard.
Yeah, I think Iakono was the one that actually held them together in that third term, because they're under all sorts of pressure from the Crocs.
Yeah, she's dominated the half-back line for a number of years in the NTFL. Not much gets past her.
No, it's been the story of the defensive lines, really, because Lucia Liassi has been exceptional for Southern Districts today.
Yep.
And Gemma's come into her own in the second half.
Yeah, Hewitt trying to get it off the ground to Keisa Doherty-Cole, now running at it with Grace Melville, but at Southern Districts it's Emma Forsyth getting away. Yeah,
Forsyth has been a handful in this second half, but the St Mary's defenders will hold and will come out to Forshaw, who takes it on her chest. Been a little bit two-handed today. That sounds a funny thing to say, but she's been two grabbing it. She got it cleanly that time. Forshaw again. Picked up by Toy. Toy is going to kick it, smothered off the boot, touch, play on. Grant's going to get a first touch on it though. Steps back inside and then kicks it back out to teammate. Friel is one of them. Her kick is also touched off the boot, I thought.
We've got two Crocs players here, and well done there by Antonello, getting the kick away, and she's found a teammate there in Abby Hewitt again. Yeah, she's been good today.
Yeah, Hewitt just pushing up. So the message must have been from Greg West, Southern Districts coach, I want you to take some risks and move forward, which is what she's done. Off the hands there, though, was Sophie Berry. On her hands and knees, tried to get it back. Tackled and wrapped up was Brantford. In the back, let go. Play on is the call. Iakono to Forshaw. Forshaw runs her full quota and then kicks out and picks out a teammate in Macy Brown. Brown plays on. Hurried right foot kick. Stepping back inside, though, was Delacour.
Oh, she was looking for Billy Byers, but her kick just went across to the Southern District player in Seaton Scott.
So Seaton Scott on McNeil. Hands on it first. Wrapped up, though, was Gracie Mulverhill, who then got pinged. Full 360. Good tackle, that.
Yeah, she was the victim of two tackles there, and it's Jade Delacour who's come up with the ball, looking for Rosie Starr there in the middle.
Under pressure there from Nenke. Nenke then loses her feet and then tackles the player without the ball, according to umpire McWilliams.
Yeah, Rosie Starr got the handball away to Jeanette Grant there, but she's going to run around the man on the mark and get that kick into her best mate, Kiralee Parnell.
Parnell tries to soccer it off the ground, can't do. Nikita Long there with a strong tackle. Loose. Antonella, hurried kick out. Here we go again. This time it's the same. Emma Forsyth, she's got the run on the ball, just needs to get it downfield. Not many choices. Iakono's there going to chop it off. She's all alone. She's got time to look upfield, and she does, and picks out Byers, is it?
No, it's Keisa Doherty-Cole. They do look alike.
They do. Doherty-Cole plays on quickly.
There's no one over the back.
No. Parnell got her fingertips on it, couldn't quite control it, came back down, picked up by Delacour, and her shot at goal has hit the post.
Gee, that would have been a real sealer for St Mary's, but Southern Districts live to fight another day.
Good pressure there.
Yeah, 10-point margin. If Kiralee Parnell had held that mark, it could have been different, but great pressure by the Crocs.
Fingertip mark there, and I thought Kiralee Parnell had the majority of it, but not enough.
Byers at the back using her body, but
overrunning it there Antonello.
Jacinta Friel at the ball.
Can't quite get rid of it. Thrown up in the air. Play on is the call. Let go. Back inside. Sarah Carbone. Handball over to her teammate in Toy. Toy then just spirals it out. Doherty Cole leads the race to the ball. Forsyth runs around her. Doherty Cole, though, gives it off to her teammate. Kiralee Parnell picks it up loose on the ground. Right foot rolling towards the goals, but it will go over the point line. Abby Hewitt guiding it there.
Takisa Doherty Cole is so dangerous in a one-on-one. She rarely loses. She's such a fierce competitor, and her delivery into the forward line has been exceptional today.
Well, it's like, she knows what she's doing, and the opponent is second-guessing what she's doing.
Mm-hmm. So another point for St Mary's, and now an 11-point margin, 2-6, 7-19, leading 1-8.
Abby Hewitt has to go really short. Had to run a long way there to get it out of that full-back line. Picks out Antonello, who takes a couple of steps and then kicks it back up to Abby Hewitt, who had the front position. But
Billy Byes claiming the mark, and
over
it's going to get paid. Yeah,
well, falling back, Byes has ended up with it. She's got a lead to Nikita Long. Antonello got in front. Nikita Long tries to get it up the ground. Antonello, hurried handball from Carbone, didn't really go anywhere. Running around was Doherty Cole over to Kiralee Parnell, who's just going to turn on her right foot from 40 out, cross the face of goal. How confident did that look?
It looked amazing. She's normally a defender, Kiralee, or in the ruck, so she's looks like she's enjoying her little venture up forward, so it'll be a throw-in.
Well, I got to say to you, if she had just perhaps one more step, and then that ball would have come right around.
She's a great talent. She's only 17 and she played in the NTFL rep side last year, so a bright future ahead of her.
Front position she takes as Kiralee Parnell. McNeil, right foot at goal. Looks pretty good to me. What a fantastic effort. And they all get around her. I suggest that's her first goal in the green and gold.
For this season, she has played a number of seasons, but look how much she's loved at St Mary's. It's been great. I know the girls have loved having her back at Saints. She just brings such experience, and as I said, she's doing a pretty good job. She's just had her third baby, so to be back out there on the footy field. We'll just watch the replay here, Ash.
Yeah, we'll just watch what she does here. Two steps, right foot.
Yeah, great goal sense.
And just snuck it in. And they were stoked.
They were.
They ran from everywhere for that goal.
I think Macy Brown, who made her debut today, was one of her good mates from Queensland, was very close to her on the field, so pretty pumped for her friends. So the score now, St Mary's 3-7-25, leading Southern Districts 1-8 at the 8-minute mark of this final quarter.
And the reward for Emma McNeil is that she gets to go into the ruck.
Well, she's
against Raunia Hewitt.
So strong in the ruck, and just really strong body, and usually wins, but Hewitt, great effort there.
They bring it down, everyone dives on it, and again the ball will be balled up just outside of the inner circle.
Hewitt's been good today. I don't think she's been to the bench for the interchange. She's played pretty much all 4 quarters.
No, they've had plenty of workhorses, Districts, just not enough ball winners. Toy got it, and free kick's been found. Maybe it was a sling after the ball had gone, but it'll go to Toy.
So an opportunity here for Crocs to get it into their forward line and try and get another score on the board.
Kiana Toy, good pass by foot. Picks out Abby Hewitt.
Yeah, and the best today for her team.
Yeah, and worked very hard specifically in this last quarter. Abby Hewitt got a target, but that's Forshaw, who just shows everyone I've got it. She's been very good this term with her cleaner possessions. She fumbled a little bit early on, but really tidied that up. Doherty Cole back on it.
And Shakira Stevens, who hasn't come back onto the field for St Mary's, so injured her sternum, I think, in the first or second quarter. So
just before half-time, took a hit.
Good tackle there on Billy Byers.
Yeah, had nowhere to go, got wrapped up, and a free kick will go to Southern Districts.
Seaton Scott, the younger sister of Joe Farah, NTFL star, now playing for Palmerston.
And over the top, that's pretty good as well. So Branford has got a runner down there, and that runner is Nenke. One bounce, Nenke from 40 out, puts it straight on the boot. Through the fingers, though, unfortunately, of Campbell.
Still in.
Still in. They're still wrapping it up. One-handed handball. Let go. Play on is the call. Still trying to get it out there, the Crocs, and it's gone off the ground out of bounds and will be balled up about a metre from the point post.
So another opportunity for Crocs here to really put some scoreboard pressure on the Saints.
Wilson was the one that was causing the pressure up forward, so forward pressure important for the Crocs. They really want this second goal, and they've earned it.
Oh, they've been good competitors today. They just let St Mary's get that early lead, which they've held all game.
Still loose on the ground. Hewitt dragged off it. Wilson's in there. It's going to be socket outside the 50. Forsyth gets it and then puts it straight on the boot inside. And in there was Doherty Cole, got hands on it first. Doherty Cole again, hands and knees. Crocs still in there, on their hands and knees, fighting it is Sophie Berry, and it's come back out. Loose. Here we go. Crocs are a chance here. Abby Hewitt. Play on is the call. Hurried handball away.
High tackle there.
Yeah,
yep,
high tackle's been paid.
Yep.
And is it going to go to Nenke?
I think it's Antonello, is it?
Antonello, yes it is. So Amy Antonello will go back and have a shot at goal. Tough angle though, Liz.
It is a tough angle. She's been busy today for her team.
And hurried kick, perhaps didn't need to, comes off hands and through for a point.
Other games in this round, Ash, in the women's competition. Palmerston defeated Wanderers last night. Pint defeated the Tiwi Bombers over on the Islands today, and Nightcliff take on Tars this afternoon.
Tiwi in the women's proving to be quite the handful for teams.
Especially over on the Islands today. It would have been busy. Great to see their men's side get a win too.
Very good for the comp. Back into the middle. There's Antonello. Again. And so Antonello hurries the handball on again. Plays on quickly. Hewitt. Handball outside to Nenke. Nenke tries to get it back to Antonello. There's about 30 metres out. Kiralee Parnell dragged off the ball. Play on is the call. Comes to Lucia Liassi from 35 out. She puts it on the boot, bouncing it, but through for a point. Took 2 steps.
There's a saying that they deserve a goal, and I feel like Liassi's had such a great game today. She almost does, Ash.
Well, it would be finishing it off. I reckon she'd be drinking out of the team mug tonight if she did get it for best on ground, for best player in their team.
Outstanding for the Crocs.
Oh, that was a good kick and a very good mark. Has he paid it? Yes, he has. And they will ease up some pressure. 2-on-1 though. Yeah,
Delacour on Seaton Scott there. Delacour going to win, but dragged off the ball as she tries to get her kick away. Rosie Starr at the bottom, trying to get it away as well.
Southern District suddenly picked up a yard of pace as Toy gets it and then runs away from her opponent. Hewitt couldn't quite get it. Crocs, Hewitt now, Abby Hewitt again. Hurried kick, spoiling there. They still come out. The Crocs still trying to push it forward.
Good shepherd there by Irakono to get let Takisa Doherty Cole get her kick away.
As Toy in there for Districts. Sarah Carbone couldn't quite get it. Round the corner was Byers. Kiralee Parnell read it beautifully in the air. She's got a couple of options. She goes to Delacour, who has a ton of space. If she looks upfield, she's even got a teammate. I think it's Marsland.
Oh, that is great defence by Ashley Walsh of Southern Districts.
Yeah, running backwards with the flight of the ball. No care for safety or well-being, and just took that great mark. Good pressure and good chase there. That was Delacour. And then good second effort. Dragged a teammate, though, and then held on to her off the ball. So a free kick will be paid.
And there's an injured Crocs player. I think it's Hewitt down on the ground, taking a long time to come up. But how good was that running by Walsh for Southern Districts?
It was, and it was a great mark. Forshaw couldn't get it right that time. Trying to pick it up there again is Forsyth. Abby Hewitt is in there, wrapped up. No opportunity to get rid of it. And the ball will be balled up. And I think you'll find that Rania Hewitt has actually got cramp.
Yep.
He's been worked on there by the trainer.
I was just saying before, I don't think she's been off all game, and it's a pretty hot day out there.
Kiralee Parnell with a great win, but it goes to the hands of Liassi, who then kicks it straight away. Antonello tries to get it off and does to a teammate, Nenke, but it wasn't clean possession. In fact, it was thrown, and it will be Friel that will actually get the kick. Friel picks out Byers.
Byers got cramp now too. Mishy Friel and sister Jacinta played today, and their mum, Patricia Graham, played in the women's Div 2 out on the back oval, so a real family affair today.
Abby Hewitt just got taken out heavily there, and she'll earn a free kick.
Yeah, Nikita Long just coming through with the late punch.
Handball. Liassi really didn't have an opportunity to wind up or give it to anyone, so it's just going to be a kick. Oh, Nenke chops it off, can keep it in front. Handball over to Antonello. They're working well together. Clean possession. No, Forsyth can't quite get it. Sock it back. Friel picks it up. It's going to be chopped off, though. Well, maybe clean possession. Carbone gets it. Sarah Carbone has a look upfield. She's got Forsyth. Forsyth, hurried kick, dragged down. It's going to be a bounce. Antonello's going to be the first one there for Southern Districts. Now she just puts it straight on the boot, and it's cut off by Doherty Cole. They've just got too many players who can work back behind the ball, St Mary's.
They do, and they're playing like a real unit as well the last couple of weeks. They had a bit of a, not the best start to the season, but they're certainly making up for it now.
Liassi chopping that off. Forshaw can't get it away cleanly. On the hands and knees, here they go. Districts really trying. Hurried kick away there by Campbell. Campbell loose.
Wow, what a mark.
Front possession there. Look like, is it Brown? No.
I think it's Campbell. Number 22, is it Natalie Wilson?
Natalie Wilson.
Yep.
Who has done a fair bit of work up forward in this last term. Hasn't had many of opportunities. This her best, right on the siren, directly in front, 20 metres out. Natalie Wilson comes in and scores the Crocodiles' second goal for the day. And the Crocs finish on a high note with a goal to Wilson.
That's right. The final score, St Mary's 3-7-25, defeating Southern Districts 2-4-16 here at TIO Stadium. Saints got off to the early lead, Ash, which they held all game, but Southern Districts were sensational. It was a real arm wrestle, as he called it.
It certainly was, and that was a very positive way to finish a game against a side that really fought very, very hard in that second half to get themselves back into that game. Saints looked like they were going to get a little bit of control and run away with it, but full credit to the Crocs for working back in. You want to do the goal scorers?
Yeah, sure. Goal scorers, Emma McNeil, Georgia Marsland and Billy Byers for St Mary's, while for Crocs, Kiana Toy and Natalie Wilson at the end of the game. And better players, obviously Liassi, we talked about her all game for Crocs, Ash.
Yeah, Toy and Kiana Toy and then Abby Hewitt. And I also thought towards the end there, Nenke and Antonello came into it as well. But certainly at St Mary's, Billy Byers, Jacinta Friel, Doherty Cole, Iacono really worked hard in that second half. Great, a good outlet, and Marsland. And I'm gonna mention her, even though she wasn't always clean with possession, is Forshaw, the skipper. She certainly had a very good game. Emily Forshaw made herself available to her teammates and did very well.
Well, it was a great game of women's footy. We're having a wonderful season. It's only round 5 and it's a really even competition. So big season still coming up. Thanks for joining me in the commentary box today, Ash. It's been a pleasure to host you this evening.
No problems.
Stay tuned for more round 5 action. We're going to call the Men's Premier League between St Mary's and Southern Districts coming up next.